Good morning, students. Now we are going to discussing about an important aspect is pollination. First of all, what is the definitions of pollination? The transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of pistil is called pollination. It occurs invariably prior to fertilization in flowering plants like angiosperms and gymnosperms. Pollination in angiosperm is generally takes place at two-celled stage. Two-celled stage of pollen grain over microspore. You know that pollen grain character. Here inside of the pollen grain two cells are present. One is vegetative cell and one more is called generative cell. Most of the angiospermic plants, the pollen grains generally takes place at two-celled stage of microspore or pollen grain. That two cells are vegetative cell and generative cell. In some of the angiospermic plants, the pollination generally takes place at three-celled stage. Three-celled stage of pollen grain occurs in angiosperm is very rarely. Next one. Two different kinds of pollinations are mainly present in flowering plants like angiosperms and gymnosperms. What are the two different kinds of pollination? First one is indirect pollination. Indirect pollination. Second one is direct pollination. Direct pollination. What are the main difference between indirect and direct pollination? Indirect and direct pollination. For example, if you see in angiosperms, the ovules are embedded within the ovary. That's why the pollen grains are fall on the stigma. That type of the pollination is also known as indirect pollination. For example, if you see in one angiospermic ovary, here this is one angiospermic ovary. Angiospermic ovary. This is ovary style. This is also known as a stigma. Inside of the ovaries, ovules are present. For example, these are also nothing but the ovules. Ovules. In angiosperms, the ovules embedded inside of the ovary. That's why the pollen grains are fall on the stigma. This type of the pollination is also known as indirect pollination. Why it is calling as indirect pollination? In that condition, the pollen grains are not to directly fall on the ovule. The pollen grains are fall on the stigma. That's why it is also known as indirect pollination. But in angiosperms, here, for example, if you see in gymnospermic plants, in gymnospermic plants, this is nothing but ovule. This is nothing but ovule. In gymnosperms, ovary is absent. Ovary is absent. Due to the absence of the ovary, here the pollen grains are directly fall on the ovule. Directly fall on the ovule. Here, due to the absence of the ovary, this is nothing but naked ovule. Naked ovule. In gymnosperms, integments are absent. Due to the absence of the integments, it is called nothing but ategmic ovule. Ategmic ovule or naked ovule. Why it is calling as ategmic ovule and naked ovule? Because of due to the absence of integments. In gymnosperms, integments and ovary is also absent. That's why the pollen grains are directly fall on the ovule. This type of the pollination is also known as direct pollination. These are two different kinds of pollinations present in both the angiosperms and gymnosperms. Next one. Here, the pollination mainly occurs in two different types of the flowers. What are the two different types of the flowers? First one is cleistogamous flowers. Second one is chasmogamous flowers. The pollination mainly occurs in two different types of the flowers. First one is cleistogamous flowers. Second one is chasmogamous flowers. Here, what is meant by cleistogamous flowers? Here, cleisto means closed, or cleistogamous means closed. Next one, what is the definitions of the cleistogamous flowers? The pollination that occurs in unopened flower. The type of the flowers are called cleistogamous flower. The type of the pollination is also known as cleistogamy. For example, this is one flower. This is one flower. These are also known as anther and stigma. Here, this is nothing but one unopened flower. The pollination that occurs in unopened flower. The type of the pollination is also known as cleistogamy. The type of the flowers are called cleistogamous flowers. One more definition. The flowers which do not open. The type of the flowers are called cleistogamous flowers. And the pollination in them is called cleistogamy. What is meant by chasmogamous flowers? The pollination that occurs in opened flower. The type of the flowers are called chasmogamous flower. The type of the pollination is called chasmogamy. Here, this is also known as one flower. This is the stigma and anther. Here, stigma and anthers are exposed to air. The stigma and the anthers are exposed to atmosphere. Many number of the pollen grains are also fall on the stigmatic region because of the anther and stigmas are exposed to atmosphere. Here, one more important point of the cleistogamous flower. The cleistogamic type of pollination mainly takes place in only here. The cleistogamous type of pollination only occurs in unopened flowers. Chasmogamy type of the pollinations takes place in only opened flowers. One more point. In cleistogamous flowers, only self-pollination is also occur. But in the chasmogamous flowers, self-pollination as well as cross-pollination also occurred. This is also here differences between chasmogamous flowers and cleistogamous flowers. Next one. Depending upon the source of pollen, the pollination is mainly three types. First one is self-pollination. One more name is also known as autogamy. Second one is geitonogamy. Third one is genogamy. Generally, in our NCERT textbook, mention the depending upon the source of pollen, the pollination is mainly three types: autogamy, geitonogamy, genogamy. Generally, geitonogamy and genogamy is nothing but cross pollination. One more name of the cross pollination is allogamy. One more name of the pollination is allogamy. Now we are discuss one by one. First we have discussed self-pollination or autogamy. What is the definitions of self-pollination or autogamy? Here, if you observe the diagram, here this is one flower. This is one flower. This is one flower. What is the definitions of self-pollination? Transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of same flower. That is called self-pollination or autogamy. Transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of same flower. That type of the pollination is also known as self-pollination. Here, in that self-pollination, there is no formations of any new evolutionary characters because of the pollination occurs in between. The pollination occurs in between same flower of the anther and stigma. In that anther, same type of the genes are present. In that stigma, same type of the genes are present. That's why there is no formations of new evolutionary characters. Next one more important point. Here, conditions for autogamy. Conditions for autogamy. Conditions for autogamy. What type of the conditions are required for that autogamy? First one, in normal flowers, which open and exposes the anther and stigma. Complete autogamy. Rather rare. Here, if you clearly observe this flower, in that flower, both the anther and stigmas are exposed to atmosphere. That's why complete autogamy rather rare. Why complete autogamy is rather rare? Complete autogamy is rather rare because of here not only self-pollination is occurred but also cross-pollination also occurred. This is one condition. In normal flowers which open and exposes the anther and stigma, complete autogamy rather rare. Second point. Here, autogamy of such flower. Autogamy of such flowers requires synchrony. What is meant by synchrony? The maturations of anther and stigma at the same time, that is called synchrony. For the self-pollination purpose, compulsory anther and stigmas are matured at the same time. Otherwise, there is no self-pollination occurs in the two flowers. That's why The maturations of anther and stigma at the same time, that is called synchrony. One more name is called homogamy. One more name is called homogamy. What is meant by homogamy? The maturations of anther and stigma at the same time, that is called homogamy. This is the second condition. Next one, the anther and stigma. The anther and stigma should lie come close to each other. Should lie close to each other. Close to each other. Compulsory in that self-pollination flowers, the anther and stigma come close to each other. In that condition, the self-pollination occurs very easily. Here, these are three conditions for autogamy. In that conditions, the pollen grains are released from anther and fall on the stigma. The self-pollination is achieved. The self-pollination is achieved. Next one. Here, one more important point, that is also self-pollination purpose. In some plants like viola, this is also known as common pansy. Next one is called oxalis. Next one is called Commelina bengalensis. Commelina bengalensis. Next one is Arachis hypogaea. Next one is called Septocarpus princeps. Septocarpus princeps. Plants like viola, oxalis, Commelina bengalensis, Arachis hypogaea, Septocarpus princeps. In the 5 types of the plants, 2 different types of the flowers are present. Already we have discussed chasmogamous flowers and cleistogamous flowers. In the 5 plants, 2 different types of the flowers are present. The type of the flowers are called cleistogamous flowers and chasmogamous flowers. For example, if you see in viola, oxalis, Commelina bengalensis, Arachis hypogaea, chasmogamous flowers presenting aerially. Cleistogamous flowers presenting underground. Chasmogamous flowers are present in aerially. Cleistogamous flowers are developed in underground. But in Septocarpus princeps, both chasmogamous and cleistogamous flowers develop aerially. This is one of the important points. In that viola, oxalis, Commelina bengalensis, Arachis hypogaea, chasmogamous flowers are always developed aerially. Cleistogamous flowers are developed underground. In Septocarpus princeps, both chasmogamous flowers and cleistogamous flowers are developed aerially. One more point here. In Cumulina bengalensis, cleistogamous flowers develop underground from rhizome. One more important point of cleistogamous flowers. You know that groundnut, the scientific name of the groundnut is called Arachis hyposia. In that groundnut plant, two different types of the flowers are present. Maximum all members are only seen in aerial flower. That aerial flowers are also nothing but chasmogamous flowers. In that groundnut plant, from that chasmogamous flowers, there is no development of the fruit. In that groundnut plant, the fruits are developed from only underground flowers. The type of the underground flowers are also known as cleistogamous flowers. That's why here, what is meant by geocarpy? The development of the fruit inside of the soil is called geocarpy. Geocarpy, that definition is applicable to Arachis hyposia plant. This is also one of the important points regarding to here self-pollination points. Next one. Cleistogamous flowers and chasmogamous flowers are present in plants like Viola, Oxalis, Cumulina bengalensis, Arachis hyposia, and Septocarpus princeps. Now we are discussing the two different types of the flowers. First one is cleistogamous flowers. Cleistogamous flowers. Already you know that the definitions of cleistogamous flowers. The flowers which do not open at all. The pollination that occurs in unopened flowers is also known as cleistogamy. Here, in such flowers, in that cleistogamous flowers, the flowers are which do not open at all. In such flowers, the anther and stigma should lie close to each other. The anther and stigma should lie close to each other. In that condition, the pollen grains are released from the anther and fall on the stigma of unopened flower. In that condition, the pollination is achieved. Especially which type of the pollination is mainly occurs in unopened flower? Self-pollination. Here, why the self-pollination is mainly occurred in that unopened flower? In that condition, the pollen grains are not released to outside of the atmosphere. The pollen grains are released within the bud conditions of the flower. That's why the pollen grains are must and should reach to stigma of unopened flower. The self-pollination is achieved. Thus, cleistogamous flowers are invariably autogamous. What is meant by invariably? Invariably means must and should. In the cleistogamous flowers, must and should. Which type of the pollination is mainly occurred? Autogamy, oral self-pollination. Autogamy, as there is no chance of cross pollen land on the stigma. As there is no chance of cross pollen land on the stigma, that's why cleistogamous flowers are produce produce azured seed set, azured seed set even in the absence of pollen grain, absence of pollen grains. In that type of, in Christogamous flowers, there is no requirement of any type of the pollinators. There is no requirement of any type of pollinators, because of the pollination occurs unopened flower. That's why in Christogamous flowers, without involvement of the pollination, must and should the seeds are developed. This is Christogamous flowers produce. Assured means guarantee. Assured means guarantee or are confident. Assured seed set even in the absence of pollinators. This is about the Christogamous flowers information. Second one is Chasmogamous flowers. Chasmogamous flowers which open. Chasmogamous flowers which open and which open the flowers like that other species and exposes the stigma and anther. Here this is one flower. In that flower, stigma and anthers are exposed to atmosphere. The stigma and the anthers are not enclosed within the bud conditions of the flower. In the Chasmogamous flowers, the stigma and the anthers are always exposed to atmosphere. This is about the Chasmogamous flowers. Next one, what is the advantages of self-pollination and disadvantages of the self-pollination? Advantages of self-pollination. Advantages of self-pollination. First one is self-pollination maintain parental characters from one generation to another generation. This is one point. Second one, self-pollination used to maintain pure lines for hybridization experiment. This is second point. Third point, the plants do not need to produce a large number of the pollen grain. Why the plant do not produce a large number of the pollen grain? Because of the pollinations occurs in unopened flowers or are opened flowers also. One more point, in the two flowers, both stigma and anthers are come close to each other. That's why there is no produce the more number of the pollen grains. This is third point. Fourth point, the flowers need not to provide devices for maintaining the insect pollinators. Fifth point, it ensures seed formation or seed production. These are advantages of self-pollination. But what is meant by disadvantages? What is meant by disadvantages? Disadvantages. Here, through this self-pollination, there is no production, there is no produce the new genetic variation characters. Always same type of the parental characters are also developed from one generation to another generation, one generation to another generation. There is no productions of new genetic evolutionary characters. Second one, immunity decrease in diseases. Immunity decrease in diseases. These are disadvantages of self-pollination. The second type of the pollination is also known as geitonogamy. What is meant by geitonogamy? What is meant by geitonogamy? Diagrammatic matter. This is one plant. This is one flower. This is another flower. Mostly this is also known as one monoecious plant. what is meant by monoecious? Male and female flowers are developed on only one plant. This is female flower, this is male flower. What is the definitions of gynoigamy? The transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of two different flowers of same plant. Here, the gynoigamy occurs within two different flowers of the same plant. The autogamy occurs within only one flower, but gynoigamy occurs within two different flowers of the same plant. Although gynoigamy is functionally cross-pollination, involving the pollinating agents. What are the pollinating agents? Wind, water, insects, any one of the pollinating agents are involving in that gynoigamy. That's why functionally it is similar. Functionally it is a cross-pollination involving pollinating agents, but genetically similar to autogamy. Why genetically it is similar to autogamy? Since the pollen grains are come from the same plant. In that flower, same type of the genes are present. In that flower, same type of the genes are present. Because of these two flowers are developed from the same plant. That's why here functionally cross-pollination, but genetically similar to autogamy. Since because of here the pollen grains are come from the same plant. Through this gynoigamy, there is no formations of any type of new evolutionary characters because of same type of the genes are present in two different types of the flowers. The third one is genogamy. Here, this is one plant. This is another plant. Mostly this is dioecious plants. What is meant by dioecious? The develop here both male and female flowers are developed on two different plants. The type of the flowers are called dioecious plants. What is the definitions of genogamy? The transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of two different flowers of two different plants of same species. This is the only one type of the pollination which bring the genetically different types of the pollen grains onto the stigma. In that genogamy, through this genogamy, new evolutionary characters are formed because of the pollen grains are come from the other species of the plant. That's why new genetic evolutionary characters are only formed from genogamy, but not from the autogamy and the gynoigamy. This is about that. Here, three different types of the pollinations like autogamy, gynoigamy, genogamy. Thank you all of you.